Today we are going on an adventure to a place I've wanted to go my whole life, and it's freezing. Hey guys, I know that I didn't record any video from Horseshoe Bend that was in this direction. I wasn't really planning on doing a video, but then when I came back, I was talking to my mom and I told her all these details about Horseshoe Bend that I didn't know before we went there, and she thought it might be helpful to tell you guys about it if you're headed to Horseshoe Bend or anywhere in the Page area anytime soon. So I'm recording this video after we've been back, and I'll throw in a few clips that are in the other direction, so sorry about that. So the first thing that I wish I would have known before we went to Horseshoe Bend was how close it is to Page. I always thought it was in the middle of nowhere. You had to go and hike in really far on some back road. No, it's, oh sorry, that's my mom's dog. It is literally right off the highway that you take to go from Flagstaff up to Page. You turn left right off the road into the parking lot about 2 miles outside of Page. So it's so close, maybe not even that far. So you can just park right there, and then you do have to hike in a little ways, but it's not in the middle of nowhere. It's not going to take you hours to get there from Page. We're going to try to hike this baby in there with a stroller, see if we can make it. Sethy is four-wheeling it up this thing like a champion. Got to keep the baby safe, so he's going to be strapped in a stroller so he doesn't try to fall off a cliff here, but it's quite a hike. The next thing is, I wish I would have realized what the path looked like to get into there. We did take a stroller with us because we had Maddox, and I didn't want him being able to wander all around being that close to a cliff. They do have a lookout spot where there's a fence and things like that, but it's still not safe for a toddler to be running around. So we took in our stroller that's a City Mini that has really great tires for hiking, which was a good idea because there's a lot of sand and a lot of rocks, so we did have to kind of four-wheel over it. So definitely not wheelchair accessible, definitely only a really, really good stroller and somebody willing to push really hard through the sandy parts, or even carry your toddler till you get there. I wouldn't even say it's a full mile into there. It's kind of a short little hike, maybe a half a mile, but it's still kind of treacherous for taking strollers, or even if you have older people who don't walk very well. It's pretty uphill and then pretty downhill with significant steps up onto rocks and kind of sandy. So keep that in mind. Daddy boy is staying strapped in the stroller so that he doesn't fall off the cliff. Ready? Wow, cool. That's so pretty. You love it? Buddy, are you having fun? Fun. Oh, you're so cute. All right.
Cute boy.
Look at this thing. I got a four-wheel past all these rocks. The things you do to be able to travel with your kid. And then the last thing is more to do with the area of going up to Antelope Canyon. I thought that maybe if we just had cash on us, I knew we had to pay somebody to go into there. You have to take somebody from, I believe, the Navajo Nation. I'll look into that. And you have to have them navigate you through it. You can't just go in there by yourself. I didn't realize, I guess, how organized it is and kind of expensive. It's probably around $50 a person depending on where you go. And Antelope Canyon also is right outside of Page, less than 5 miles probably. And it actually, I think you might even drive over it. You can kind of see where the slot canyons are. But anyways, you have to have somebody take you in there. You can't just go on your own. And it's probably about $50 a person. And they do fill up if you don't get there early in the day to schedule your time. So keep that in mind. And then the last thing, this is a bonus one, is if you're wanting to drive down to Lake Powell, most places you are going to have to pay, I think it was $32 to get your car in down by the lake. So we got lucky because it was winter time and they don't charge in the winter, but any other time of year they charge $32 to go park your car down by the lake, even just to look at it. Today is Page Day 2 and we are at, can you see? Lake Powell, my favorite place in the whole wide world. Hey, come here, little boy. Why would I hold your hand, Mama? There's so much cool stuff to see. Come on! Come on, Gracie. What are you doing? Let's go! Maddie, come here! Good throw! Can you do another one? Oh, I missed it. One more, one more. What was that? Overhand. Oh, good throw. Good job. So I hope those things are helpful. Those are things that I wish I would have known before we got there that I just had to kind of figure out, that aren't a crazy big deal, but just always nice to know kind of what you're getting into, especially if you're bringing kids or anybody who has a difficult time with walking and hiking and things like that. So hope that helps.